Krishna Kestaya Uttare Sridhate Bhakti Vedanta Swami
Thank you for being here tonight.
There are different types of yoga.
There are different types of yoga.
There is the Jnana Yoga.
There is the Jnana Yoga,
which people mentally speculate on what is spiritual, what is eternal.
in which people mentally speculate what is spiritual, what is eternal.
And so they, in the successful achieve realization of the impersonal Brahman.
So they, if they are successful, they will achieve realization of the impersonal Brahman.
And you have the Ashtanga yogis.
Then you have the Ashtanga yogis.
The eighth path of mystical yoga.
The eighth path of mystical yoga.
And there one can realize the super soul.
And there one can realize the super soul.
Can achieve the mystic powers.
And can achieve the mystic powers.
Of becoming smaller than the smallest.
And becoming smaller than the smallest.
Larger than the largest.
Larger than the largest.
Mahima.
Mahima.
Okay, anything you want. getting anything you want.
Getting anything you want.
Prapti.
Prapti.
Like that there are 8 cities.
Like that there are 8 cities.
So the Ashtanga yogis or mystic yoga achieve that type of realization.
So the Ashtanga yogis or mystic yogis, they achieve that type of realization.
Hatha yoga is
Hatha yoga is
the first step
the first step
of the 8.
of the 8.
How to sit,
How to sit,
how to keep the body in tone.
how to keep your body
In tone
in tone
while you are meditating in one place.
while you're meditating in one place.
Then there's the bhakti yogis.
Then there is the bhakti yogis.
And the 9th process of bhakti yoga.
And 9th process of bhakti yoga.
And they can realize the spiritual form of the Lord.
And they can realize the spiritual form of the Lord,
Known also as Bhagavan.
known also as Bhagavan.
He is having all power,
He is having all power,
all wealth,
all wealth,
all beauty,
all beauty,
all knowledge,
all knowledge,
all fame,
all fame,
and all renunciation.
and all renunciation.
He creates the whole material world,
He creates the whole material world,
but he is not visibly here except during his avatar.
but he is not visibly here except during the avatar. Hare Krishna.
The 9 processes of Bhakti Yoga
The 9 processes of Bhakti Yoga
are easy to be practiced,
are easy to be practiced,
either by grihastas
either by grihastas
or by renounced people.
or by renounced people.
Chanting
Chanting
and hearing,
and hearing,
or hearing and chanting.
or hearing and chanting.
Parikshit Maharaj,
Parikshit Maharaj,
he heard
he heard
Sukadeva Swami
Shukadeva Goswami
spoke.
spoke.
So, after Parikshit Maharaj was cursed
Parikshit Maharaj was cursed
by a Brahmin boy
by a Brahmin boy
that he should die in 7 days.
that he should die in 7 days.
He could have counteracted the curse.
He could have counteracted the curse.
He had that power,
He had that power,
but he took it as the Lord's mercy.
but he took it as the Lord's mercy.
So instead, he called for all the great sages, rishis, and spiritual authority.
So instead he called all sages, rishis and spiritual authorities,
And he asked them,
and he asked them,
for a person who is about to die,
for a person who is about to die,
what process can they follow
what process can they follow
by which
by which
they are guaranteed
they can attain, can guarantee
to attain
to attain
a spiritual world?
the spiritual world.
So they're discussing amongst themselves,
So they are discussing among themselves,
but in 7 days
But in 7 days,
no one could give a guarantee.
no one could give a guarantee.
Jnana yogis
Jnani yogis
may take many births.
may take many births.
Ashtanga yogis,
Ashtanga yogis,
just to learn how to yoga, takes years together.
it takes years together.
What does? What take years together?
Just finishing Hatha Yoga.
It didn't say.
Okay. For Ashtanga yogis, they may take years together
Just to learn how to sit.
just to learn how to sit.
So, Bhakti Yoga was the only way,
So Bhakti Yoga was the only way.
and Sukadeva Swami came,
And Shukadeva Goswami came
and everyone stood up except
and everyone stood up except
Vyasadeva and Narada Muni,
Vyasadeva and Narada Muni
because Vyasadeva was his father,
because Vyasadeva was his father
and Narada Muni was a guru of his father.
and Narada Muni was the guru of his father.
So he came and he said, by Bhakti Yoga,
So he came and he said, by Bhakti Yoga,
you can easily achieve the spiritual world,
you can easily achieve the spiritual world
even in 7 days.
even in 7 days.
So then he stopped.
So then he spoke.
His speech was heard by Sanaka Rishi,
His speech was heard by Saunaka Rishi,
who repeated it to the assembly at Naimishranya.
who repeated at the assembly of Naimisharanya.
1,000 sages.
About 1,000 sages.
So sometimes Sukadeva Swami would give
So sometimes Shukadeva Goswami would give
a story told by one person to another.
a story told by one person to another.
So it's that story was told by Sanaka Goswami,
And that story was told by
Sanaka Goswami.
Shaunaka Goswami.
Sometimes you hear a history told by one person, repeated by someone else, and then told by another.
So sometimes the story will be told by one person, repeated by another, which in turn would be repeated by another.
And each time it was repeated,
And each time it was repeated,
sometimes a little extra was added
and sometimes a little extra was added.
if it was relevant. If it was relevant.
If it was relevant.
So when they got to the 10th canto,
So when they got to the 10th canto,
and Virkit Maharaj had been listening for about, I guess, of the 6 days,
and Parishit Maharaj was listening for about, I guess, 6 days.
6 days, 6 nights,
6 days, 6 nights.
no eating, no drinking,
No eating, no drinking,
just listening.
just listening.
And he didn't have drink or sleep for 6 days. And imagine what you would say.
If you don't drink or sleep for 6 days, you can imagine what you would say.
Water.
Water.
What was he saying? What was Cricket Maharaj saying? What was Cricket Maharaj saying?
What was Parikshit Maharaj saying?
He said, what else did my unlimited Lord do? What else did he do? What else did he do?
What did my unlimited Lord do? What else did he do? What else did he do?
He was so eager to hear more and more
He was getting more and more eager, more and more.
that every explanation, he wanted to hear more.
So for every explanation, he would hear more.
So the process of Bhakti Yoga
So the process of Bhakti Yoga
gives one unlimited happiness.
gives one unlimited happiness.
Now, Cricket Maharaj, he was a wife, and he had a wife,
So Parikshit Maharaj, he had a wife,
he had children,
he had children,
and he was a grihastha.
and he was a grihastha.
And he was eager to hear
But he was eager to hear
more and more
more and more
pastimes about Krishna.
pastimes about Krishna.
Because he was dying in his Sadiratu, he wanted to use all his energy to listen to Sutta, the Sutta Goswami.
So because he would die in a day or two, he was using all his energy to listen to Shukadeva Goswami.
But he obviously wasn't afraid of them. He obviously was not afraid of death.
Honestly, was not afraid.
He was always not afraid of.
Obviously.
So he was obviously not afraid to face death.
He was finding the pastimes of Krishna full of nectar.
But he was finding the pastimes of Krishna full of nectar.
So he was very eager to hear more.
So he was very eager to hear more.
So he exemplifies, he achieved success by hearing.
So he achieved success by hearing.
Shukadeva Swami, he achieved success simply by speaking.
And Shukadeva Goswami, he achieved success simply by speaking.
Now, the 9 processes,
Now the 9 processes,
you can perform 1,
you can perform 1
or 2,
or 2
or 3,
or 3
or all of them,
or all of them,
whatever you want.
whatever you want.
And even 1 is enough to liberate you.
Any one is enough to liberate you.
Shravana, listening,
Shravanam, listening,
Kirtanam, chanting,
Kirtanam, chanting,
Smaranam, remembering,
Smaranam, remembering,
Vandanam, offering prayers and obeisances,
Vandanam, offering prayers and obeisances,
Pada
Padasevanam,
just offering devotional service.
offering devotional service.
Like some devotees, they like to sweep the floor or clean the temple
Like some devotees, they like to sweep the floor or clean the temple
or cut vegetables
or cut vegetables
or do some seva.
or do some seva.
We saw yesterday how nice Gopal's school was,
I saw yesterday how nicely Gopal's school was,
how the students have been taught
how the students have been taught
to speak on
to speak on
and to say some important mantras,
to say some important mantras,
to dance, to play, even like small tasks,
even like small tasks,
which is very hard. As you all know, it's very hard to teach the small ones to do something.
As you all know, it's very hard to teach small ones to do something.
4, 5, 6 years old,
4, 5, 6 years old,
they're all dancing, choreographed dance.
they were all dancing choreographed dance.
So let's give a big hand for the teachers
Now let's give a big hand to the teachers
and the students.
and the students.
What to speak of the parents?
What to speak of the parents?
So, and there's Archana,
Then there is Archanam,
deity worship,
deity worship.
and finish the first 6. Okay, then there's Dasa,
Then there is Dasa,
and seeing oneself as servant of the Lord.
seeing oneself as the servant of the Lord.
Sakyam,
Sakyam,
seeing oneself as a friend of the Lord.
seeing oneself as the friend of the Lord.
Like Arjuna,
Like Arjuna,
he was a friend of Krishna.
he was a friend of Krishna.
Hanuman,
Hanuman,
he was servant of Ram.
he was servant of Ram.
And there's Atma Nivedana,
And there is Atma Nivedanam,
surrendering everything.
surrendering everything.
So the great king,
So the great king,
Ambrish Maharaj,
Ambarish Maharaj,
he offered everything.
he offered everything.
He would go to the temple every day.
He goes to the temple every day,
He in the temple,
he cleaned the temple,
he would listen to the classes.
he would listen to the classes,
He would see the deity worship.
he would see the deity for worship,
He would sing Hare Krishna.
he would chant Hare Krishna.
Like this, he practiced all the devotional service.
Like this, he practiced all these devotional services.
He was also Grihastha,
He was also a Grihastha,
so they could achieve the spiritual world.
so they could achieve the spiritual world.
The Grihasthas who worship some Deva,
The Grihasthas who worship some Deva,
they go to the planet of the Devas.
they go to the planet of the Devas.
Those who worship some man,
Those who worship some man,
they go to the planet of man.
they go to the planet of man.
Those who worship ghosts and such beings,
Those who worship the ghosts and such beings,
next life they become one of them.
next life they become one of them.
Those who worship Krishna go to Krishna.
Those who worship Krishna go to Krishna.
Haribo.
Hare!
So whatever we think of when we leave the body,
So whatever we think of at the time of leaving the body,
that birth we achieve.
that birth we achieve.
We are eternal,
We are eternal.
but these bodies, they get worn out.
But these bodies, they get worn out.
And when they're worn out,
And when they are worn out,
just like when our cloth is worn out,
just like our cloth, they get worn out,
We take off old cloth,
We take off the old cloth
we buy new cloth.
and we buy new cloth.
And if you want to buy at Kmart or Target or some big name brand,
Whether you buy in Kmart, Target or any other big brand,
or Costa, but you're the same, right?
they are the same, right?
You are the same.
You are the same.
Just in the different price tag.
They just may be different price tags.
So like that, Atma, you are the same, but you have different bodies,
Like the Atma, you are the same, but you have different bodies,
depending on your karma.
depending on your karma.
So, if you think of your wife when you leave your body,
So if you think of your wife when you leave your body,
who will take care of her,
who will take care of her
or whatever.
or what?
Your next life, you'll become a lady.
Next life you will become a lady,
That was your last thought.
because that's what you last thought.
That's the fourth canto of Bhagavatam. That's in the fourth canto of Bhagavatam.
That's in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam.
A king, he was thinking of his wife,
A king, he was thinking of his wife.
he became a queen in the next birth.
He became a queen in his next birth.
And similarly, if the wife thinks of a husband,
Similarly, if a wife thinks of her husband,
she can become a man.
she can become
You could become a couple next life.
you could become a couple next life.
Just reverse.
Just reverse role.
But if you think of Krishna,
But if you think of Krishna,
go back to Krishna.
you will go back to Krishna.
So it's your choice.
So it's your choice.
What do you want to think of?
What do you want to think of?
Usually what you're in the habit of thinking of,
Usually whatever that you are in the habit of thinking of,
that's what you think of at the time of death.
that's what you would think of at the time of death.
So that's why we say every day chant Hare Krishna.
That's why we say every day chant Hare Krishna.
Spend a little time reading.
Spend a little time reading.
And you let your wife, your husband, discuss Krishna consciousness.
With your wife or husband, discuss Krishna consciousness.
If your job, if your income is through work,
If your income is through work,
purify it
purify it
by giving some percentage
by giving some percentage
to the service of Krishna,
to the service of Krishna,
or use your house with bhakti viksha or nama.
or use your house to conduct Bhakti Vriksha.
Like this. Somehow keep Krishna in the center.
Like this, somehow keep Krishna in the center.
You're raising children, you love your child, that's natural.
When you raise your children, you love your children, that's natural.
But you want the best for your children,
But you want the best for your children.
so you want them to be Krishna conscious.
So you want them to be Krishna conscious.
You want them to be liberated.
You want them to be liberated.
Today I was thinking in the morning
Today I was thinking in the morning
how the Lord comes
how the Lord comes
and He has different leelas.
and He have different leelas.
And like when He wants to show His power of killing, comes as Kalki or Parshuram.
So when He wants to show His power of killing, He comes as Kalki or Parshuram.
Parshuram decimated the Kshatriyas who didn't follow Brahmins 21 times.
So Parshuram, he killed the Kshatriyas who didn't follow the Brahmins 21 times.
Kalki,
Kalki,
at the end of the Kali Yuga,
at the end of the Kali Yuga.
that's where he got 227,000 years now.
Takes 227,000 years from now.
So he was really wiping out all the uncivilized humans.
So he would wipe out all the uncivilized humans.
He had the great Raha.
Have the great Varaha. Mahavaraha.
He picked up the earth.
He picked up the earth.
Put it back and over. He's Maharaja.
Thus, he picked up the earth and put on the orbit.
So each, as Ramchandra, he showed was a perfect king.
Then Lord Ramachandra, he showed what is a perfect king.
Krishna, he showed himself as the supreme personality of Godhead.
Krishna, he showed how he's the supreme personality of Godhead.
And he could do anything at any time.
And he could do anything at any time.
He didn't hide it. He didn't hide who he was.
He didn't hide who he was.
Even as a 6-year-old child,
Even as a 6-year-old child,
he picked up the Govardhan hill
he picked up the Govardhan hill
and protected all these Brajavasis.
and protected all the Brajavasis.
The Brajavasis approached Nanda Maharaj.
The Brajavasis approached Nanda Maharaj.
You always tell us your son is ordinary, essential, but ordinary.
You would always tell us that your son is special but ordinary.
We just saw him lift up a mountain
We just saw him lift up a mountain
effortlessly
effortlessly
for 7 days
for 7 days
with one finger.
with one finger.
Now, tell us really, who is your son?
Now tell us really, who is your son?
Gargamuni, the great astrologer,
Well, he said, well, Gargamuni, the great astrologer,
he read his chart,
he read his chart
said your son
and said, your son
will be very favorable
will be very favorable
to all the cowherd men,
to all the cowherd men,
and that he has the power of Narayana,
and that he has the power of Narayana,
and he can use this if he needs it.
and he has used this if he needs it.
So they have that,
Oh, so Narayana, okay.
They never asked, how does he have the power of Narayana?
But they never asked, how does he have the power of Narayana?
He was a Narayana.
Because he was the Narayana.
He's the original Narayana.
He is the original Narayana.
He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself.
He is the supreme personality of Godhead himself.
So each avatar had some different pastimes,
So each avatar have some different pastimes.
and they would show different aspects, or like Krishna, all the aspects.
So they will show different aspects, or like Krishna, all the aspects.
And there are two things you can't do in the spiritual world.
And two things you can't do in the spiritual world.
One is kill demons.
One is kill demons.
Can't kill demons in the spiritual world.
Can't kill demons in the spiritual world.
Why not?
Why not?
They don't exist.
You're a teacher, you're not allowed to speak up.
You are a teacher, you're not allowed to speak up.
There are no demons in the spiritual world.
There are no demons in the spiritual world.
But there's one other thing that you can't do in the spiritual world.
But there is one other thing you can't do in spiritual world.
Raise your hand if you want to speak.
Raise your hand if you want to speak.
What is that?
What is that?
No, the recycle because he's always a teacher.
He's also a teacher.
No one else knows? Okay. Anything else? See, I can't. Okay, one lady there.
You can't celebrate Janmashtami.
You can't celebrate Janmashtami.
No.
Why not?
Krishna is eternally there. He didn't take birth.
Celebrate every day.
You can celebrate every day.
You can't preach to conditioned souls.
You can't preach to the conditioned souls.
Why not?
Why not? Sitaram Lakshmi.
Okay, no one else heard. Anyone else want to answer?
Anyone else want to answer?
Why cannot this be done in the spiritual world?
Why cannot this be done in the spiritual world?
Because there are no conditioned souls in the spiritual world.
Yes, there's no conditioned soul in the spiritual world.
Yeah, there are no conditioned souls in the spiritual world.
They're all liberated souls.
All are liberated souls.
So, Lord Chaitanya, he does this second thing.
So Lord Chaitanya, he does this second thing.
He preaches to the conditioned souls.
He preaches to the conditioned souls.
In fact, he gives out freely love of Krishna.
In fact, he gives out freely love of Krishna.
He was here for 48 years.
He was here for 48 years.
And it was like a big festival.
And it was like a big festival.
He came down from the spiritual world.
He came down from the spiritual world.
And he brought his extensions,
And he brought his expansions,
his energies,
his
associates. Some of the residents of our celestial planets, like Jayapataka, they also came and joined.
Some of the residents of the celestial planets like Brihaspati, they also came and joined.
Brahma joined. It was a big festival.
And it was like a big festival.
In fact, our great devotees like Hanuman, Prahlad, they also came to be with the Lord.
In fact, great devotees like Hanuman, Prahlad, they also came down to be with the Lord.
And they also assumed different roles most of them grihastas.
And they also assumed different roles, most of them as grihastas.
So they were going door to door, begging people, please chant Hare Krishna.
So they were going door to door, begging people, please chant Hare Krishna.
I told the Holy the first night that Lord Chaitanya said I brought the medicine for the material disease.
Like as I said on the first night, Lord Chaitanya said, I brought the medicine for the material disease.
Goloka Premadana Harinam Sankirtana.
Goloka Premadana Harinama Sankirtana.
The chanting of Hare Krishna is the wealth of the love of Krishna in the spiritual world.
The chanting Hare Krishna is the wealth, it is the love of Krishna from the spiritual world.
And in the Brahma Bharata Purana,
And in Brahma Vaivarta Purana,
Krishna predicts
Krishna predicts
that after 500 years,
that after 500 years,
someone will come
someone will come,
and spread the Harinam,
spread the Harinam,
spread his teachings,
spread his teachings,
and for 10,000 years,
and for 10,000 years,
a golden era will occur.
a golden era will occur.
So, we're just 5,100 years, something, 50 years. We just at the start.
So that was about 5,100 years just at the start.
Oh. Now,
Now just the start of Kali Yuga.
so like someone said, well, when does it happen?
So someone said, well, when will that happen?
Kind of like you're watching TV, oh, when is that show going to be on?
It's like you watch a TV and say, oh, when is the show going to be on?
And I said, when you bring it in,
When you?
when you bring it in,
When
when you bring it in. We have the service now. We're followers of Srila Prabhupada,
we have the service now, we are the followers of Srila Prabhupada,
and he brought this Bhakti Yoga to Australia, all over the world.
and he brought this Bhakti Yoga to Australia and to all over the world.
He brought the teachings of Lord Chaitanya
He brought the teachings of Lord Chaitanya
so that everyone could benefit.
so that everyone could benefit.
So if you think how you can, what opportunities you have
So if you think what opportunities you have
to give Krishna to others,
to give Krishna to others,
that will be very pleasing to Prabhupada.
that will be very pleasing to Prabhupada.
I think you try a few things.
If you think you can try a few things.
One disciple came to me with her husband.
One disciple came to me with her husband
She said,
and she said,
I'm very sorry.
I'm very sorry,
I apologize.
I apologize.
We didn't make so many devotees this year.
We didn't make so many devotees this year.
That was in January this year.
That was in January this year.
So she was talking about 213,
So she was talking
200, 2013.
So she was talking in about 2013.
So I said, well, how many devotees did you make?
So I asked her, how many devotees did you make?
She said, only 76.
She said only 76.
Very embarrassed.
I'm very embarrassed.
Well, 76 is not too bad.
Well, 76 is not too bad.
Really, here made 76.
Every year, if you make 76,
Even a bigger marquee every year.
you get bigger marquee every year.
Your words, can you deal with that?
How are you going to deal with that?
Anyway, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said,
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said,
if we can bring one pure devotee,
if we can make one pure devotee,
then our whole mission is a success.
then the whole mission is a success.
One devotee,
One devotee,
the whole mission is success.
the whole mission is success.
Now it's so hard in the material world to make people understand what the value of their own life is.
It's very hard to make people understand what is the value of their own life is.
Our life we waste away.
Our life we waste away.
We don't use it. Even when the Lord comes, He's begging us, He's giving us mercy.
Even when the Lord comes down begging us, giving His mercy,
We don't take it.
we don't take it.
So, at least here we have many sincere souls,
At least here we have many sincere souls,
and you can make a big difference.
and it can make a big difference.
People, if they can understand that they are who they are, that they're eternal souls,
People, if they can understand who they are eternal souls.
even if they understand that much,
Even if they understand that much,
which is like ABCs,
it's like ABCs.
that will be a big contribution.
That will be a big contribution.
So anyway,
So anyway,
so now everybody, whether you're Grihastha, whether you're in the brahmachari or in non-storage,
so somehow everybody, whether you are in Grihastha or Brahmachari or in the renounced order,
sometime you give to Krishna.
sometime you should give to Krishna.
Now, brahmacharis, if they renounced orders, they give all the time.
Usually Brahmacharis, renounced orders, they give all the time.
Lord Chaitanya, he taught Grihasthas can do yukta vairagya.
Lord Chaitanya, he taught Grihasthas can do Yukta Vairagya.
That means that you have a child, you raise your child to be a devotee.
That means you have a child, you raise your child to be a devotee.
Now, he or she may become a married devotee, that's all right.
He or she may be a married devotee, that's alright.
And they marry in the future.
They may marry in future.
But that whole bringing up of a child is a devotional service.
But the whole bringing up a child as a devotee is a devotional service.
Anyway, parents love their children, they'll bring up.
Anyway, parents, they love their children, they would bring them up.
Just add that I'm doing it for your Krishna.
Just
I want my child to have the very best.
add Krishna consciousness in their lives, and you know, I want to give the best to my child.
Something like that. We're all eating.
Similarly, you are all eating.
You have to eat.
You have to eat.
Without eating, we don't live.
Without eating, we don't live.
So the eating we can offer to Krishna.
So the eating we can offer to Krishna.
We have deities
We have deities
in the house or pictures.
in the house or their pictures.
And then we offer the food to Krishna.
And we offer the food to Krishna.
Sometimes we come and take temple. I think temple has a restaurant or something.
Or sometimes you can come to the temple and you can take prasad in the temple restaurant or something.
Like that, almost most of the things you do, you can think how you're doing it for Krishna.
Like that, almost most of the things that you do, you can think how you can do that for Krishna.
That's called Yukta Vairagya.
That's called Yukta Vairagya.
Phalgu Vairagya
The Falgu Vairagya
shows renunciation outside,
is show of renunciation just for outside.
but actually inside lots of desires.
But actually inside, lot of desires.
So anyway, I could go on thinking, but I started late,
Anyway, I could go on speaking, but I started late,
and it's a working day.
and it's a working day.
So if there are any questions you have,
So if there are any questions you have, he wants to present
Get a
Mataji.
mic for her, please.
you can say them.
She has a question.
What's that?
Who's that?
She's Simran Mataji. She's very active. She stays next door. She's part of the fixtures in the temple. She helps out in the kitchen. She does a lot of service to her. She's just taken shelter. She's aspiring. She's aspiring to take initiation from Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
Jai.
Jai.
And she always asks powerful questions in Bhagavatam class.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you said that there is no demons in the spiritual world, but once we are the part and parcel of Krishna, but we try to take Krishna's position. That's why we are here. So isn't it there are demons in the spiritual world like us who wants to take Krishna's position?
That's why we're here.
That's why we are here.
If someone there becomes envious of Krishna,
If someone there becomes envious of Krishna,
welcome.
welcome.
They're here.
They are here.
Get a free ticket
They get a free ticket
to the material world.
to the material world.
Of course, once one goes back,
Of course, once one goes back,
Gita says, Nam Dhanti Mahamanas. They'll come back again.
Gita says that they don't come back again.
They have their experience.
They had the experience.
I mean, that's a very rare case, but
That would be very rare case, but
if there was someone who had developed somehow divine quality, they could immediately transferred here.
so if there is someone who somehow develops a demonia quality, he'll immediately be here.
He or she.
He or she.
He suggests that we have one more public question, and then those who want to see me privately for some darshan, they come up.
So he suggests that there is room for one more question. After that, if anyone wants to see me privately, they can come to the stage and meet me.
Now, a personal question,
If they have a personal question,
it's not to be broadcast. Not to, if it broadcasted, then no.
if there is any personal question which you don't want to be broadcasted, you can ask in person, but broadcasted questions you can ask now, any public questions. There's one more hand up.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Manju. Manju.
She is Manju Mataji. She is the force behind all the stage shows, the cultural programs. You know, all the children are beautifully decorated because of the expert hands.
Maharaj, you said at the time of death, if we think of Krishna, so do we have to think in the name or in the form of Krishna? Which is more important at that time of death? Is the form or the name? Or
and not different.
They are not different.
The form, the name, the Dham, the quality,
The form, the name, dham, qualities,
the devotee,
the devotees,
all are the pastimes,
pastimes,
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
You think, if someone is throughout their life always thinking
If someone throughout their life is always thinking
about Krishna,
about Krishna,
then Krishna helps.
then Krishna helps.
Even if they don't think at that time they're home or something, he helps them.
Even at the time of death, they can't think of Krishna, like they are in coma or something. Krishna helps. They can still go back to Krishna.
There was a father
There was a father
of one of my disciples.
of one of my disciples.
He was in Buenos Aires,
He was in Buenos Aires,
and she was in the Holiness restaurant in central London.
and she was in the Govinda's restaurant in central London.
So she got news that her father was in coma.
So she got news that her father was in coma.
So she flew down to Buenos Aires,
So she flew down to Buenos Aires,
and all her family was Christian,
and all the family was Christian,
Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic.
So when she came into the room,
So when she came into the room,
her younger sister said,
her younger sister said,
"See our father, see the father.
"See our father, see our father.
What did you do now?
What do you do now?
Your religion doesn't see our father."
Your religion, what does it do now? See our father."
Wait, I'll see what I can do.
Wait, I'll see what I can do.
So then she started reading Bhagavad Gita
So then she started reading Bhagavad Gita
by the side of her father.
by the side of her father.
And the father, although he's in coma,
And the father, although he's in coma,
he started to smile.
he started to smile.
Even the doctors, nurses, that came, I never saw someone smiling in coma.
Doctors and nurses came, they never saw someone smiling in coma.
And it's like the talk of the hospital, wow.
It's like the talk of the hospital, wow.
And whenever she stopped reading,
And whenever she stopped reading,
she was reading. So that way she got her sister and mother also read.
so that way she got her sister and mother also read Bhagavad Gita.
And so the father left with a smile on his face.
So the father left with a smile on his face.
So the doctor said, well, I know what you did, but
Doctor said like, well, I don't know what you did,
we
but
don't see any dying patients with smiles on their face.
we don't see any dying patients with a smile on their face.
You must have gone to, you must have seen something nice. Must have gone to a nice destination.
Seems like he has seen something nice, must have gone to some nice destination,
something like that.
something like that.
So, got carried away with the pastime.
I got carried away by that pastime.
So somehow or another, if you remember Krishna,
So somehow or other, if you remember Krishna,
you go to Krishna.
you go to Krishna.
So when your relative is leaving,
So when your relative is leaving,
you read Gita or Bhagavatam or something
you can read Gita, Bhagavatam or something
spiritual,
spiritual,
and then they can achieve that.
and they can achieve that.
One Western godbrother,
One of my god brothers,
he's from America.
he was from America.
His father was on his deathbed,
His father was on his deathbed,
and all the relatives around, they say, please do this, take care of our dog and our cat, do this, marry, do this, he's thinking of all these things.
he was thinking of all the relatives, the cat and dog, who will take care of them,
And who'll feed the goldfish?
who will feed the goldfish.
Then the godbrother, he said, just give me 5 minutes alone with my father. 5 minutes, that's all.
Then my god brother, he said, please give me 5 minutes, I want to be with our father. Just 5 minutes, that's all I need.
So then he got headed out. He closed the door,
So he kept,
locked it.
so he was with his father, they closed the door, they locked it.
He locked it.
He locked it.
Then he told his father,
And then he told his father,
try to understand,
try to understand,
you are the eternal soul,
you are the eternal soul,
spirit soul.
a spirit soul,
You will leave this body,
you will leave this body
you will achieve a new body.
and you will achieve a new body.
You don't die.
You don't die.
And then please repeat the mantra.
Can you please repeat the mantra?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
And this time the father was peaceful.
This time the father was peaceful.
Meanwhile, maybe they were afraid, to get a sign of will or something.
Meanwhile, many were afraid that he was going to get signed in the will or something.
Start knocking on doors.
They started knocking on the door.
He opened the door again.
He opened the door again
They ran in. Ah, brother!
and they ran in and they started crying, "Ah, father."
At least chant one time Hare Krishna.
At least he chanted one time Hare Krishna.
So, we want that our family members, our near and dear ones, our loved ones, they can be spiritually enlightened who they are, and they don't need to be afraid of death. If death means just change the old body or new body.
So we want our family members, our near and dear ones, to be spiritually enlightened. They have to understand that they are not the body. When they leave their body, they'll get a brand new body.
And ideally, if they feel Krishna, anyway,
Ideally, if we think of Krishna in any way,
go back to Krishna.
we go back to Krishna.
So either the wife or any friends should help the person think of Krishna.
So we should help the person think of Krishna.
That's another how this non-stop kirtan machine.
So nowadays they have this non-stop kirtan machine.
Sometimes if you can't keep a kirtan there, they play that.
Some devotees who can't do kirtan, they can play that.
I have a lot of experience.
I have a lot of experience.
One more short one.
One more short one.
Mahasita, he's my godbrother and he's a GDC member. Mahasita.
Mother.
Madhu Sevita, he's my godbrother and GBC member.
He's from Italy.
He's from Italy.
So he brought one lady and said,
So he brought one lady and said,
this lady, the doctors diagnosed her with advanced cancer
so for this lady, the doctor diagnosed with advanced cancer,
and they only give her like a few months to live.
and they only gave her like few months to live.
So please initiate her.
So please initiate her.
She chants 16 rounds.
She chants 16 rounds
They qualified, basically.
and is qualified basically.
So I initiated her.
So I initiated her.
And then she somehow lived 6 months.
She somehow lived 6 months,
Then she fell very sick.
and then she fell very sick.
So they took her to the hospital.
So they took her to hospital.
And so she asked the hospital, what can you do for me?
And she asked the hospital, what do you do for me?
I said, frankly, nothing.
They said, frankly, nothing.
You're going to die.
You're gonna die.
And you have an ambulance.
They have an ambulance.
Take me to the temple.
Take me to the temple.
So, and she let me the only person who took an ambulance from the hospital.
She was the only person who took an ambulance from the hospital to the temple.
She drove up in the temple and they were surprised. And they said, what? I'm going to die in a minute. I'm going to die in the temple.
So
They
when
don't mind.
they saw her at the temple, they were surprised. And she said, if I want to die, I want to die in the temple.
No. They said, I'll die any minute. I want to die in the temple.
They said, I may die any minute, I want to die in the temple.
If you allow. If you allow.
If you allow.
So they gave her a guest room.
So they gave her a guest room.
She had a darshan in the guest room.
She had a darshan and the guest room.
And they had a few devotees chanting for her every day.
And they had a few devotees chanting for her every day.
And at that time, Mahasvita, he was overseeing the operations in Belgium and Netherlands.
And at that time, Mother Savita, he was overseeing the operation in Belgium and Netherlands.
And usually he would stay in some hotel and then come down.
Usually he used to stay in some hotel and then come down.
But something drove them, they thought, so they go straight.
So something told him, he thought maybe I should go straight.
So he arrived just at the late afternoon.
So he arrived at the temple late afternoon.
And there she felt very sick.
And there she felt very sick.
So the whole room was filled with devotees chanting.
The whole room was filled with devotees chanting.
And he walked in
And he walked in
and saw this room full of devotees
and saw a room full of devotees
chanting.
chanting.
And then he also joined the kirtan.
And he also joined in the kirtan.
And she opened her mouth,
And she opened her mouth,
said the holy name,
said the holy name.
she's gone.
She was gone.
Now, we all have to leave sooner or later,
Now we all have to leave sooner or later,
somehow or another.
somehow or another.
He told me, I saw it. If I could write down, I'm going to go on this way, that's how I go.
And he said, I saw if I have to leave, I would want to leave the same way.
If I could write, if I could choose,
If I could choose,
I'd write it this way.
I would like to live this way.
Surrounded by devotees,
Surrounded.
chanting Hare Krishna.
Surrounded by devotees chanting Hare Krishna.
Yeah. One idea.
Should I repeat that one last?
So, I hope that answers your question.
So I hope that answers your question.
Hare Krishna. I would like to thank His Holiness, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, for enlightening all of us today. I would like to say that this will be the last public program, and tomorrow His Holiness has got a few engagements, got some medical appointment, and also he has not exercised, we're planning to do some exercise. So today's program will be initially, some of you, I will please come and see me so that there will be orderly, darshan with Guru Maharaj. And then ISKCON Adelaide devotees can sit down here and have the final darshan with them. So, Hare Krishna. Because Guru Maharaj is leaving.
Not at night.
If Guru Maharaj wants, we can have it in. Okay, the main reason why no program tomorrow night is because Guru Maharaj is leaving very early in the morning, the day after tomorrow. So we are afraid that he may not rest enough. So we are trying to tuck him into bed and with some bedtime stories, hopefully. And
While afternoon exercise in the lake, then we meet with all the devotees there around the lake, Chalkani Guru Maharaj. So the exercise and Dr. Team Darshan program there in the lake, that's the program.
okay. Now Eknath Prabhu says that you all are very lucky. I will not allow it, but he says all of you are invited. So there will be cycling around the lake. At that time we can interact in the lake, not in the apartment. So all of you have to wait there. When Guru Maharaj comes, then when he's going, there is a big lake and there's a night path there. So we can interact like that. Maybe we can have even a little bit of question answer sessions. But the main thing is for him to exercise. Don't forget that. Okay, Guru Maharaj. Behold.
Okay, Guru Maharaj. Okay, Prashad, maybe now.
Guru Maharaj ki